Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I'll be discussing the women's Euro match between Germany and Poland. You can also listen to this match review on Spotify, link in the description below. Likewise, if you're listening to this on Spotify, you can also watch this game review on YouTube. Link will be in the description. So, it feels like it's been a long time since I've covered Germany, mainly because not all of their games are available to stream in the US. But I did get to see Germany's last two Nations League games against the Netherlands and Austria. Germany was able to grab a 4-0 win against the Netherlands and a 0-6 win against Austria. Their attack does look promising this time around, meaning there are many players Germany can rely on to score goals. In the last Women's Euro, Alex Popp was the focus. She helped Germany all the way to the Euro final, but then she got injured before the final, and yeah, the rest was history. This time around, I do feel more confident in Germany's attack, as well as their ability to control the midfield. Christian Vuk did a great job in that area. However, Germany does need to put away their chances sooner rather than later. But then again, if Germany can't connect or score in the first half, they usually sort themselves out in the second half. The thing that I am worried about, though, is Germany's defending. They tend to do some weird or silly things that result in the opposing team scoring. I don't know, it's like a mix of not being focused, a bit too lax, being caught off guard, or being too high. Anyway, Germany is set to face Poland. I think they'll be okay, but let's get into the lineup for this match. Alright, so the lineup. We have Ann-Katrin Berger in the goal. For defenders, Sarai Linder, Rebecca Canuck, Janina Minga, and Julia Gavin. In the midfield and attack, Soke Nuskin, Lea Schuler, Linda Dahlmann, Clara Buhl, Elisa Sens, and Yila Brand. Overall, it is a good lineup. There is strong attacking potential with Schuler, Buhl, Brand, and Sens, as well as Nuskin. It is likely going to come down to how well they can connect in the box and finish their chances. Control and possession will be in Germany's favor, but they still need to watch out for a potential counterattack from Poland. Iwa Pyer will be a prolific player Germany needs to watch out for. I'm pretty sure the Wolfsburg players are kind of familiar with her. She is dangerous in transition and very quick with her runs. The backline needs to make sure they are not playing too high. Besides that, Germany should do well in this game. That all being said, let's get into the first half. So the first half, we are off. Honestly, I'm so excited to be covering Germany and England's runs in the Euro. I had a lot of fun covering them in the last Euro. Hopefully they can go far, especially Germany. There's also a lot of players I'm hoping to see from this German side. Selena Churchy, Giovanna Hoffmann, Cora Zakai. Churchy and Hoffmann seem like a really fun attacking duo, though. Alright, so Germany are in a 4-2-3-1, Poland are in a 4-3-3. So 10 minutes in, Poland came out with a quick attack in the earlier minutes with a run from Pyer. I mean, who else? Then a dangerous cross that was saved by Berger. Germany was able to get forward and create a few crosses and services. They had a few attempts on goal, but we are not seeing that connection in the box just yet. On the upside, the control and movement in the midfield was good from Germany, despite the pressure from Poland. However, Germany still needs to be careful when it comes to Poland's transitions and runs, especially when it comes to Pyer. They should not leave her unmarked. 20th minute mark, Poland had a dangerous chance to score in the 13th minute. They were awarded a set piece after a foul. The ball was sent in, but Poland ended up touching it wide. As for Germany, we are seeing a lot of good things. Good movement and control in the midfield. They are doing well when it comes to recycling the ball and maintaining their attack. We are also seeing tons of crosses and services. However, Germany is still lacking when it comes to connecting in the box or connecting where they need to. Schuler needs to be more confident. There was a moment when she was able to steal the ball and make a run into the box, but she could not take the shot. At the same time, she is getting surrounded in the box and is just allowing it to happen, it seems. Because of that, she is kind of cutting herself off from being an available target or being in a I'm getting tongue-tied. She's cutting herself off from being available in the box. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Okay, so the 32nd minute mark. Despite not having much possession, Poland is still proving to be dangerous. In the 24th minute, Poland would play a through ball in transition. An attacking player would make a run into Germany's box and force a big save from Berger. Poland would make another attempt, that same player, and it was saved off the line either by Kanak or Minga. Poland would also get another dangerous chance in the 30th minute. Poland would play a long ball up to Pajor, like the last player you would want to see on the ball. Pajor would make a run into the Germany box, challenging Berger with a high attempt. Berger pushed it over though, but Pajor was ruled offside. That call couldn't be any more late. As for Germany, Gavin would go down in the Poland box after getting shot from behind. Gavin thought it should be a penalty, but the referee thought otherwise. Honestly, it just looked way too light. We are seeing good control and movement from Germany. Once again, lots of crosses, services, and chances. But yeah, not enough connection where it's needed. All right, so the 45th minute mark. Unfortunate news for Germany and fans. Gavin would come off in the 38th minute due to an injury she sustained after an earlier collision with Pajor. Gavin tried to continue but went down again in tears and in pain. Vamser was subbed on in her place. So the first half would see an additional 4 minutes of added time. Germany would receive a set piece and corner kick in the 4 remaining minutes, but nothing would come from them. In the 47th minute, Schuler would put wide a cross from Dahlmann. I can't read, sorry. The half would end 0-0 for Germany and Poland. All right, so Germany and Poland are 0-0 at halftime. It is unfortunate what happened to Gavin. Hopefully it is not a serious injury and she will be able to return later in the Euro. She was able to walk off, but with some assistance. It looked like she stretched out her leg and maybe Pajor fell on her leg or knee. But yeah, hopefully it's not serious. As for Germany, it is the same problem. No connection in the box. They are doing well moving the ball through the midfield, controlling possession, and creating services and crosses, but they are just struggling to connect and put away their chances. Schuler is too stationary, which is allowing her to get surrounded very easily. At the moment, it appears as though Poland has 2 players marking her. There needs to be another attacker or striker Germany can focus on. By all means, let Schuler be a distraction and draw Poland to her. But at the moment, she is cut off from being a target/goal scorer, unless she can figure out how to get open more. Germany is doing everything they are supposed to, but they need to find a way to connect in the box and grab a goal or two. Usually, they can sort themselves out in the second half. That being said, let's get into the second half. All right, so the second half, we are off. The 55-minute mark, Germany finally has their first goal. In the 52nd minute, Eula Brand would score a banger outside of Poland's box. What a goal from Christmas Fire. Hopefully, this will shift Germany's momentum in their favor. Germany still has to be careful defensively. Poland is proving to be quick and dangerous with their transitions and runs once again. All right, so the 66-minute mark. Despite Brand's earlier goal and the momentum turning in Germany's favor, the DFB-Frauen were still struggling to score. Bull was creating a lot of services and crosses, but her fellow attackers just could not get on the end of them. It was like watching the Seattle Reign last season in the NWSL, if you guys are familiar with that team. In the 66th minute, though, Brand would make a service, and finally, Schuler would get her goal, making it 2-0 for Germany. All right, so the 76th-minute mark, Germany is still on the attack, but now with a 2-goal lead, it seems like they are taking their foot off the gas pedal just a little. Poland has been getting forward, but Germany has no problem regaining possession. So the 85th minute mark, Churchy would enter the game in place of Bull in the 84th minute. Bull overall in this game played really well. Up to this point, Poland is proving to be extremely dangerous with their runs and transitions. Honestly, it's been like that this whole game. There were a few moments where it appeared as though the German back line were too high and rushing to get back in order to keep up with Poland's runners, usually Pajor. This is something Germany has to be careful with in their upcoming games. It is a very old problem that affected them dating back to the 2023 World Cup. All right, so the match would see an additional 4 minutes. After some end-to-end, the match would end in the 94th minute with Germany winning 2-0. So, as predicted, Germany was able to get on the scoreboard in the second half. No one knows why Germany gets it together in the second half. Perhaps it's just strategy, but I mean, it definitely worked in this game and in their past games too. Overall, Germany played well. However, they still need to work on connecting better in the box, especially with all those crosses, services, and chances they create. Maybe as the Euro goes on, we will see the attack starting to connect more. As for Germany's backline and defense, they did well. And Catherine Berger made some really important and big saves. As mentioned previously, they need to watch out for teams in transition, as well as long balls and passes behind the back line. They have to make sure they are not too high, in addition to being able to keep up with runners. Besides that, though, this is a great start for Germany's Euro run. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today or tonight, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.